Hi there, welcome to this devotion. Have you ever seen the movie Groundhog Day? Bill Murray, a weather reporter, goes to a small town on a work excursion and he gets trapped, a fantasy movie I might add, he gets trapped in this day that repeats on him again and again, and he keeps reliving the same day, and everyone else around him are reliving the same day also, but they don't know it. He's the only one that realizes. And Bill Murray, the producers and makers of the film, has Bill Murray moving through what we understand as the 5 stages of grief and loss of a loved one. And the movie actually follows that sequence of the 5 stages. It's a must watch. I would highly recommend it. And if you do plan to watch it, first look up Kübler-Ross's 5 stages of grief and see how this is cleverly followed in the movie. Kübler-Ross introduced the world to these 5 stages in a 1969 book called On Death and Dying. It is sometimes called the DABDA model, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance, the 5 stages that people supposedly move through as they mourn. Kübler-Ross, she interviewed over 200 people as they went through various emotions when they were diagnosed with a terminal disease. Yes, you heard me correctly. The model of grieving is introduced into our world on the thinking based on the emotions of terminally ill patients. All my life, I thought this was how we ought to mourn, how we should mourn. Until I had a loved one mourning recently, and I decided to research these 5 stages and walk through these 5 stages with him. I was most surprised to see, and as I'm sure you are too, to see that this is based on the emotions of terminally ill patients. What surprised me most is that I followed this in my mourning processes, and these 5 stages of mourning the death of my dad, and they seemed to work for me. They worked fine for me. And while Kübler-Ross's 5 stages is not the do-all or be-all and end-all, it has some huge advantages to them. Before she published this book in 1969, many terminal ill patients were not even told of their condition. In fact, it was hidden from them till right until they were close to death, which is not the ideal thing to do. This thinking has since been debunked, and patients are told and then comforted throughout the emotions thanks to this Kübler-Ross's book. Another advantage that I found huge comfort in is that being told that some of these feelings, some of these emotions that I go through, like denial and anger and bargaining and even depression, I got told by these 5 stages that it's perfectly normal, and I needed to be told that. And if you are mourning a loved one, please be assured that going through various emotions is perfectly normal. Swinging from one emotion to another in a very short time and very dramatically is perfectly normal. Don't be hard on yourself when that happens. It happens. Kübler-Ross's 5 stages of grieving ends with acceptance. But the truth is, it never really ends mourning. A few months' time, my father's passed away for almost 10 years. And I still miss him when it's Christmas and Father's Day. And it's okay. Most of us mourn the loss of someone, and we know that the memories and the emotions, they come back every now and then and they surprise us. But it's okay if that happens. Don't be hard on yourself if it happens. So my prayer is that as you mourn, please remember there are no set rights and wrongs when it comes to emotions. Each person mourns differently to another person. Don't be hard on yourself if yours is different. Stay close to loved ones. Stay close to God and mourn honestly with yourself. Until we meet again, I hope you have the blessing of God in your life as you go through your mourning. Blessings.